All right, guys, welcome to Kamisha Reviews. I'm just gonna bring my queens up. We're gonna just jump right into Love and Marriage DC. Wait, hold on. I forgot I gotta hit a button before I do all this. I wish I could just swipe up and now I could just come up to the top. Like I need to update this. Update this. All right, ladies. I need Alicia with the Wonder Woman. I need you to give me a commentary real quick, please. Thank you so much. I don't care how you do it. Let's go. I mean, I commentary recap. Okay, my words.
So boom. All right. So Monique and Chris, they come back from Africa. Looks like they had a good time. It looked like they was focused more so on the Tylers this episode, but Winter and Winter, Arena, and Ashley, they do this look. Oh, I can't remember the other girl's name, but they go through the little Tasha, they go to the little lunch or whatever, and they kind of like get together and talk it out. And then Arena and what's the girl's name?
Winter.
They go to throw social for Winter. Yeah, they go to throw social for drinks or whatever, and she recommends a sex therapist. Quick and Ashley, they having a little beef because CIAA is coming up and he got 15 events in 4 days and she want to spend time with her husband. They go on a double date with Ashley and Quick go on a date with Arena and Jamie, and she tells her about the sex therapist, and Jamie feels that Arena is telling all of their sexual business. Jamie forcing Jason to go to DJ in school, and he don't want to go. He want to go work. He want to go work for Apple. And then they get into a fight on the next episode. The end.
First of all, shout out to my people telling me that I'm half asleep with the wrong background, but that is okay. That is really okay. Thank you, Kitty, and your cat in the background who's making an appearance.
Biscuit, I don't know what she wants.
Everybody, bring it on. We're blazing.
Get out of here, Biscuit.
All I need to hear is a little change from Blaze. Okay.
Blaze is. I don't know where.
Because he's usually making an appearance. Okay. Every time we go. All right. So this show, I will admit, it was not as pop fire, which not every episode is going to be, which is okay. I still love the show to other people. But I will say this: the whole thing with Winter, I can't wait to interview her because I feel like every time she has an encounter with somebody, it's always like, "Ooh, you said that," or "Ooh," it's always something. So I'm like trying to figure out, and I don't want to judge without talking to her. I don't understand it. I kind of can see how it could escalate to it. Ashley's gonna be like, "Get your hand in my face." I'm not trying to be funny. Because I don't know all the moving parts between there and that. But I'm just trying to figure out. And in this episode, she's sitting down with Arena. The first thing she says is, "Well, you going back and forth, choose a side." I'm like, "Damn, she's the one."
Right. If we're gonna talk about Winter, we might as well finish off at that lunch because so Ashley told us last week that she said, "Yo, I like getting to know you, Winter, without having to talk about old boy." Cool. As Ashley starts talking about Quick, did you see her rolling her eyes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like from Inception. She sees Ashley at Winter's event, and she's like, "I know your husband." Shade. Next event, something about the husband. Shade. You only meet dudes because of your husband. Shade. She's talking about her marriage. She wasn't saying anything outlandish. She was saying, if I don't see the chicks, whoop to whoop to woo. He did his thing, I did my thing. But today, she rolled her eyes when Ashley was saying.
Hold on. Somebody is late again. Stacey,
I'm closer.
CP time.
She rolled her eyes when Ashley said, "Quick and I are in a better place today. Today, Quick, that's my guy." She was like, "That's my guy." If something happens in my life, he's the first person I want to tell. Where's Winter? Rolling her damn eyes. What's with the shade, boo? You know somebody who slept with my husband? Say what you got to say.
That's what I'm saying right there, Goody. If there's something, okay, it's like she knows something and sitting on something and not saying it. It's like, don't be in women's faces. That's something I can't. If we find out at the end of this series there's some big secret, I'm going to drag, and you know I am. I'm going to do that because of this. Don't be in my face, smiling or not smiling or mean,
and asking for friendship.
And you know some stuff about my hubby, and you make little small comments. Yeah, this is gonna turn into something you're not gonna want, because I'm gonna act a fool more than I would with him because you knew about it and you out my face. Don't play with me like that.
But the thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay, so Goody, exactly what you're thinking. I was thinking when I was watching it. Sometimes, like she strikes me as that person that she wants misery in everybody's relationships, and like you can't sit there and be receptive. You don't know where they are in their marriage. It don't matter if he was creeping or not. Like if she has intel or something, that doesn't matter. Here this lady is trying to be vulnerable with you, Ashley trying to be vulnerable with you, which she just expressed it was hard to do. And you shaking your head and rolling your eyes and shit the whole time. Who got time for that? You just want everybody.
She's lucky Ashley didn't call her on it.
Because Wynn was very shady.
You said
that was very shady.
We say Sheila.
Yeah, I just said Winter's very shady. It's almost like she wants everybody to play nice in the sandbox with her. But then she's, doing everything. She's all over the place, not playing nice with the lady. So again,
bigger than that, I don't even think.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
I don't think she wants to play nasty with them. I think she wants to be accepted quickly.
I think nice.
And when she's not accepted quickly, she gets bitter.
Nice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if they're not playing nice with her right now, then she's on defense mode. There's a big reason why they're not playing nice with her, and the reasons why is because they are unhappy with their husband.
Well,
no, the reason why they're not playing nice with her is because she's not nice.
She's not nice.
What do you think I'm about to be nice to you and you don't
for me?
Yeah, like who are you? That you think you better than everybody else and they're supposed to treat you a certain way. No, ma'am, you get what you give.
Nicole, you took the word right out of my mouth. She strikes me as somebody that thinks she's better than these people. I should be in your position because I'm way better than you. Like I'm looking at you and you keep in and you think your marriage is so good, but really that should be me because look at me.
And then on top of that, it's like I don't like anyone, and the first thing I meet them, and it seems like all they're doing is emotional vomit.
Oh shit!
Like my first husband cheated. Ashley said they edited it out, but she did a whole panel on my first husband cheated and my second husband was a scammer, not a scanner.
But we heard too much from Winter anyway in the very beginning. So
oh snap, okay.
Like if that's how
I think we heard too much of Winter in the very beginning. So I do agree with you. Right.
Okay.
Her energy is so off. Winter's energy is so off. It's not an energy that's receptive, that acts like it's positive, like you want to receive her energy.
Lee, I wanted to. Hey, Erica, I want to. I like to hear. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume, but I thought that. To me, Nicole and Lee are. Well, they're way younger than me. Everybody is. But I was saying that I like to hear. Let me live my I'm older than everybody moment, please. I like to hear from.
You're right. You can have it,
Stacey.
I'm the elder here.
You're still older than me, Stacey, so no.
I'm not older than you.
I know.
I'm the undisputed older person in this group, sister.
Okay, well, first of all, I still get carded everywhere I go, and people still think I'm freaking 30, so I can't, because I don't wear a lot of makeup outside of this, so people still think I'm like 30, and I'm cool with it.
I'm 32. I'm only 32, so I don't know what y'all
and people think I'm your age. I'm 46. Boom. They do think I'm 35. I'm like 40.
You're not 32.
How old is this?
We say so when she said 32.
probably like 20. I used to know how old Stacey. Wait a minute.
Lee probably not even 30 yet.
I'm like Mimi. Like I just have anniversaries. I don't know that age. Gosh.
Oh, okay. So she'll be like 45 years old, still saying she's 13 or 12 or 20 or whatever. Okay, I got you. You still be that one saying, well, I'm 20 forever. And you're like 48.
Listen, if being younger ain't gonna get me to free stuff like into the movies and like stuff like that, I'm 47, y'all.
Are you really 47? Damn, we look 47. Good. But
y'all crazy.
1995. 1975.
There are people under 40 here. We just
yeah, okay. like me. I'm especially under 40.
Well, I really wasn't putting you in that category.
Well, we have some people even older than that, but you know what I'm saying. After a certain age, you don't even count anniversaries, birthdays. Don't tell how far you are, Sheila. You better tell how far you are, Sheila. Come on now. Bless you. But anyway, I'm the official auntie of the group, so let's just give me my respect. I'm not going into my age, but
I'm gonna need to see some ID.
Hold up, who am I?
He said put a respect on that name.
I need to know who I am then. If you auntie or auntie,
you the grandma.
Are we doing shade this morning? Are we doing shade?
The grandma.
Are you ready? Hold on. Are you ready for this arena? Yes, light stuff, Erica. Are you ready? Because I look now.
Glasses.
I'm asking in a very nice way. Are we about to do the shade thing? Okay.
Let me just eat this food.
We throwing shade early. Listen, y'all today. We should be.
You know me. I love to smoke. I grill it up and eat it. You know that.
Here you go. No, you cut it up, you season it, you grill it, and then you eat it.
Spicy Cajun, baby. Grill on the grill. You know it.
Well, who you want to be? You can't be the auntie because she was cooking.
I'm the queen. No matter what title's going on, it's going to be the queen in front of it.
The undisputed queen.
Hey, Erica. God, this last turn ghetto already.
We can't have more than
12 minutes.
I can't see any comments. Are people commenting?
I don't know. I see some comments. Something's weird going on in the comments. I usually have I don't know what's going on today. Hey, D, who is D with the T? I'm so. Hold up! No, you didn't.
Oh, I think that's Dina.
It's still my name.
Let's make sure
that's no, it's not. That has to be.
Hold on. Let's make sure that's her because
that's Dina.
Why would she change the name to that?
It's not. It's not.
D with the T. What's your favorite drink? That's how you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a good question.
Say it.
Because I know the answer. What's your favorite drink? No, that's her. She got a whole bunch of Y's after hey. That's her. That's her. But no, for real, answer the question. What's your favorite drink?
I can hear her. Yeah, it's me. I can hear her saying it. Okay, yeah, that's Dina.
Yeah, I do too. I hear too.
I know, me too. Me too. But no, for real, answer. No, but for real, answer the question.
Hold on, who's 14 here alive? Okay. No, what do I drink every day? What do I drink every day? Who answered it?
Beer.
Are you blonde?
Yes.
Well, she already gave the right answer in the chat for what's her special drink, so.
I want her to answer.
Oh, you were asking
who's
her.
Tequila? Are you blonde?
It's her. It's her.
She said, "Are you blonde?" And I said, "Yes."
And you asked more blonde.
She answered
it, girl.
She answered the right. She answered it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but she got to tell us who's Tequila. Tequila by whom?
Right.
I can't.
Yeah, she told us. She told us.
Because you know I drank, but even though
if they would have said like Casamigos or something, I would have been like delete.
Control Alt Delete.
Delete. Because that's not her. Delete. That's not her. But it is her. It's her.
Yep. Hi, Erica. It's
block her from the group. Block her from it because that ain't her. That's.
I'll feel bad blocking her too, but damn, I gotta block you. No, I was saying Lee do it. I'm scared. Lee, block your mom.
You don't put it in all caps like Monique. Why Monique was getting on my nerves?
Hold on, we're live, children.
No, I mean Monique, the comedian.
Oh my God.
I cannot, and I will not.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Alicia, help me, Alicia.
You stand. You know,
somebody throw me a a jacket because I'm straight drowning right now.
You know I love me some Monique Samuels, so y'all know.
No, not that Monique. You still blonde, back of the bus, you still ain't got it.
What?
Somebody DM Stacey, please. I don't want to say that. I was like, Jesus.
Oh well,
so what we were saying about
all caps.
Did we get to the part where Kamisha was asking the young
wait till
people
we go
how they
backstage.
feel about winter?
Who back? What?
Weren't you asking the young people in the group how they feel about winter behavior?
I don't.
Look right now.
I don't like.
Look, y'all got me thrown off completely.
I don't even know what the hell to say. Let me leave and come back.
No, you better not take your ass home.
And first and foremost, we know that that's my mama.
Read the private chat, Stacey.
Which one?
First and foremost, we know that that's
the private stream yard.
Second of all,
get yo. I'm pulling Lee's card.
But to answer Kamisha's question, I'm not a big fan of winter. I feel that she moved funny. And y'all know how I feel about people who move funny. So
wow. Speaking of that.
So we're going back on, since we can get back on topic. Kamisha had asked, how she feel about. Am I like a delay? Am I delayed?
Yeah.
No, evidently I'm the one that's delayed today. I'm having a mental delay today, evidently.
Oh Jesus, I'm crying over here. Y'all understand right now. I'm struggling.
Don't tell nobody else.
I'm trying to figure out how to be cute on camera and eating.
People might try to diagnose you on
Girl, because I'm trying to get a man. I'm trying to show him.
Okay, I need to. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Erica, I know there's a lot of shenanigans going on. Welcome to the family. Okay, so Erica, what were your thoughts on we were talking about winter, right? Winter. Oh well, everybody had different opinion, but pretty much coming to the conclusion that she has a different energy, and it's almost like she's looking to say something because the way she was checking, when she went on the lunch date or whatever that was, she was talking. I'm sorry, help me out, y'all guys. See, I'm over here still struggling, still drowning. I'm gonna get
okay. So when we started off with Arana and Winter, is that what we're referring to?
Yes. Come on, Erica.
So
Mama struggling.
I actually thought that finally Winter kind of like took a chill pill. Maybe she got off her medication. I thought it was actually a decent luncheon. I didn't mind it. I think what she's trying to do is be friend with Arana. Sorry if I mispronounced you, dear. I love you. I think she's just against Ashley. So for whatever reason, I think she's like anti-Ashley and is trying to mend this friendship here, without Ashley, basically.
But what that's what I'm gonna say. When she mentioned Ashley's name, like in her confession, she really was making a big deal about, like, I thought it was supposed to be about us. She got triggered. So that's the part that we were kind of saying, like, why was it even that, if y'all trying to repair or whatever, she's not I don't think she's trying to play both sides. I think she's trying to be the peacemaker, trying to. And she's
I think what happened is Stacey has something to say, and then I'm gonna say what I think happened. Go ahead, Stacey.
Thank you for recognizing my church finger.
Yeah.
I was ignoring you.
It was the W for me. It was both hands up.
I was ignoring her after she called me old. But go ahead.
Well, I wasn't calling you old. We're like the same age. Well, when I did it, then I thought about the movie Superstar.
Oh my God. Spirit fingers. I'm sorry. I had to go. Go ahead, Stacey.
Anyway, Winter. I'm changing her name from And Winter to Winter. Because she ain't got nothing good to say. Like, first of all, she rolling her eyes at Ashley and Ashley's husband. So then she and Arana have the lunch, and she got a problem. Like, the double standard of it is ridiculous. How you gonna come and want to get to know me, and you first start asking me about Ashley? Well, hell, how you want to get to know me, and you first start asking me about if my husband was cheating or not? Like, that's what she came with. That's her energy she came with. Like, how you sitting here and you question this woman, like, really, like, trying to play her like, oh, so as long as you don't see it, it's not cheating. Bitch, what? Then what?
So the thing that got me about Raina was like, okay, do you think the issue with Ashley is resolved? Because they left the meal on a good note. So the idea that she had a problem with that question and then felt Raina was playing the fence is odd. As we now know, Ashley had only met her 3 times by the time they had that lunch. So you do not know these people. What is this allegiance that you're expecting so soon out the gate? That's weird. I'm going to stick a pin in that being weird because I want to come back and ask E. Nicole and Lee with the T about that, because there seems to be this speeding to a deep friendship. There's that. Then there is, Erica, you're right. She did have a good conversation with Raina on their lunch. And there was a part of me that as Raina was talking and confiding in her, I was feeling bad about it because I was like, I don't want Raina to tell her too much. Jamie's already really guarded about his life.
Yes.
I didn't want her to tell Winter anything private in this meal because it would be weaponized. And then I got to this point where I was like, okay, step back for a second. If this were 2 other people on a reality show having this discussion, would it be a good discussion or a bad discussion? Because I have an opinion on Winter, so I had to step back in order to be unbiased. And I was like, yeah, it was a good discussion. But I'm almost certain that this stuff she said, that Raina said to Winter, is going to be weaponized. It's going to.
I agree, but I will say this. So the point I was making was that I don't think Raina's playing the fence. She's friends with Ashley. She don't really know Winter, so there's no fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my friend. I'm here having lunch with you. So there's not really. So for Winter to even say that was kind of suspect, because Winter, like, really the only friends you may have is Monique. Like, you're not friends with these other people. Right. You're just meeting them. So
Winter,
yeah, exactly. Oh, Winter. No, they're not your friends yet. I agree with you to an extent in terms of I think she will weaponize it. But Jamie, I'm sorry, I love you, boo, but you on reality.
You're too guarded.
So it's gonna come out. Okay, so that's what we're here for. And I think Winter brought up a valid question though, because both Raina and Jamie seem to be stuck on who got caught and who didn't get caught. And I feel like, I've never been married, so this is my feeling, that even if you don't catch the person, to some extent, you know how people move in your relationship, and any feeling that the person is cheating usually is reasonably grounded unless you're crazy. So just because the person wasn't caught doesn't take away from the issue that was in the relationship. And
I mean, the not caught
I didn't caught is not the same as saying I didn't do it.
It's the respectable cheating,
right?
And I think there's going to be a good.
But Irena made that comment. Irena made a comment. Didn't she make a comment that she never caught him cheating?
Yeah, she caught infidelity. She hasn't caught him. She can't say that the girl is there. I think that's.
But she definitely implies that she feels that he's.
That's not just her.
You know.
I feel like as we get later into the discussion, that's a meaty discussion that we can have with regard in this episode. Respectful cheating, what's acceptable or what the people accept. I don't think we're there yet, but I think that's a really meaty discussion because
exactly. I think that's the discussion. If the person cheats, but I don't see it, is it all good?
Ashley and Raina have let us know.
And secondly, more importantly,
but then don't be perfect.
When you come on reality
hold on.
you think people not gonna know?
I don't know what happened. So it might be a delay for everybody because y'all was. No, I think it might be a delay for everybody because I kind of hear like you guys are not doing deliberately where you're kind of talking about each other a little bit. So I think I'll have a delay. Elise said it earlier, and I think it's a delay. It's StreamYard and YouTube. It's not really us. We'll have to just work with it. We're just gonna say, Eric. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
What I was gonna say is one, as Goody Gabor stated, if you accept it, like, okay, as long as I don't know, then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as I don't know, and I know that there's a lot of people that do that, and for whatever reason. So that's one discussion. But to me, I feel like, once you have that sort of agreement, and now you bring yourself on messy ass reality TV, now that's a different thing, because anybody who's watching the show who been quiet, like, I don't know how much they're getting paid, but are they gonna keep quiet to the end of the season?
This is what I'll say.
But Erica, what agreement are you talking about? I'm sorry. What agreement?
I'm saying
respectful cheating.
Raina, and to some extent, I think Ashley during the episode made this thing sort of like, if we don't see it, is it okay? If we don't know, like I can't point to who the mistress is. So to some extent, you're saying, okay, I can't prove that he cheated. So is it okay? And more importantly, if now that you're on reality TV, how long do you think you're going to be able to not point? Martell Holt, all these other people.
I got really happen. Somebody's going to come out the woodwork saying that. Well, I mean, also too, I kind of the way they're handling it. To be honest, like, okay, she said I never, knew it was a woman or anything. Whoever it was, but like he would tell me small stuff, like he fell asleep at the red light. He didn't come home here and there. She didn't have anything major. It was just like he was distant, not there.
These are all cheating. These are, as a reformed cheater who ain't never gonna go back there and get Jesus. These are the things you say when you about to get caught out there. I know the role. Oh, I was asleep. Oh, you know how I can get. Lord, I hope nobody who could hold this against me watching. Okay. What I'll say
in defense. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's just her finish there, Mama.
So, what I think makes Winter problematic for them, I think they were all fine with coming on this show. They have so much going on that cheating never really needed to be a part of the discussion. However, Winter comes in like a wrecking ball, and that's all she wanted to talk about. Cheating husband, cheater. This was her first, in the first episode, first thing we know, cheating. At this level, at this stage for all of them, especially the women with husbands in entertainment, in nightlife is a whole monster. Entertainment is one thing and nightlife is another. The things women will do just to get a glass, get some free champagne from the VIP. They ain't even got to be in the VIP. The dude could hold his hand over the rope in the VIP and pour a little something in their cup, and they are ready to give it up. It is inevitable that there are women out there who have dealt with these women's husbands. It's nightlife, and I think that Ashley and Raina understand that. What they said is they ain't finna go looking for nothing. And ain't nothing put itself right in front. Ain't no women called them like, yo, whoop-de-whoop-de. Nobody's called them. No one's contacted them directly. Winter makes them uncomfortable in her vulnerability. That's not really vulnerability. And she's made a lot of this about, well, is your husband cheating? Because her husband cheated. She knows all the signs. Her husband was playing ball. We can't hear you, Stacey. What?
Hold on. I wanted Sheila to continue.
I muted myself.
Sheila, what you were getting ready to say earlier?
Yeah.
Sheila?
Well, I mean, I think I'm in the middle of two different conversations. So I was trying to address Erica with cheating as far as in a relationship. You have to choose, in a marriage, you have to choose what your battles are. And I mean, how far do you go if you don't actually can see that cheating has occurred? Like, okay, yeah, you have this feeling that it's occurred, but if you didn't catch it, I mean, as far as like how far do you go fighting a battle that you didn't really catch somebody doing? You understand? And Irena makes it very clear that, she never caught Jamie cheating. Yes, but she does have her definition of what she feels cheating is, but she doesn't go as far as to say infidelity. She will not go that far. So she never caught him even, her, I guess I say her description of cheating is probably different than other people. But again, how far do you go if you're in a marriage? What battles do you fight? You have a lot of battles when you're married. So that's all my point is. And yeah. And as far as Goody, yeah, I do think Winter makes them uncomfortable. I will say that. But I just think Irena and Ashley have not chose to fight every battle that's come up. And that's with the cheating or with the cheating. I'm just gonna say that because if they
marriage.
It's a secret society. All they ask is trust. We know how our life is. What you doing? They couldn't believe that this phenomenal speech that Monique was telling them about was going to be surrounding ain't shit men. we know many. I mean, I can't say that. I mean, we know that there are men, some, not all,
without a doubt.
That ain't.
I do.
Yes, we do.
But they didn't expect everything she set up on that stage, and that set the tone for her being a part of their intimate circle, where they don't want to discuss cheating. And I mean,
well,
I
it's not.
I don't think.
Why was that? The thing about it, you said that was she told too much of their business. If a person is, this is the thing I have take issue with. If somebody is comfortable talking about their whatever they do in the bedroom, unless you're uncomfortable with it, that's his personal problem. But I know they're married, but she's obviously trying to be transparent and open with them. He just doesn't want to be.
If I can just get this in, what I meant by she's a wrecking ball. It's like she almost won't stop until she proves that someone else is cheating. Your good men are cheating. Your good husbands are cheating. Winter is who I'm referring to. And it's disgusting to me. Like, you keep trying to chip away at everybody's foundation. Every chance you get, you're bringing up the subject matter of cheating to these people and their husbands. Or you're rolling your eyes when their names come up. Or you're specifically talking shit about their husbands. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. I'm always going to look sideways at anybody, not just any other woman, but anybody who is constantly seeming like they're trying to maneuver their way and cause friction within relationships. Like, she's doing it with people's marriages, but we saw in the lunch she was trying to do it with Arena, trying to create some weird deception between she and Ashley. Because I do believe that it's going to come back. I do believe their conversation is going to come back, and it's going to be used, it's going to be weaponized in some way. Well, you said this, and we're going to have to roll it back, and we're going to see that that's not what was said.
Well, see, Monique, I was going to get into it with her as well, which I'm interested in that because she's the one who brought her originally to the group. Because from what I've heard or whatever, it's supposed to be some big thing, like a big drawdown fight. Like, girl, I brought you here and you doing this? No, ma'am.
Well, we can see on the next episode, she's gonna outright lie about the whole lunch, where she said that she was attacked, and you the one that made the lunch.
But that would not be
barely, Ashley barely sat down, and you going at her.
And I'm going to slide in my opinion about Winter.
Oh, Winter.
I don't like her as a person, and I don't like her as a cosmetologist.
Wait, what? I was ready for that last part.
She can't do no nails.
Wait, but I thought she was a pastor, so now she's a cosmetologist?
I'm the cosmetologist, and I don't like her hair.
Oh!
No, that haircut weird. It's like only a quarter of it is like a mohawk.
Yeah, I've never seen that haircut. Definitely cut went bad.
Y'all just don't like you just don't like the hair. That was Nicole. You just don't like her hair.
I don't like her as a person, and I don't like her as a cosmetologist.
Let's be clear. That wet hair, the short wet hair confessional is a whole look like a dog ass mess.
Oh, yeah, talking about this hair.
It's bad.
I'm on the line, so I'm on the line. So I have an interview with her in a few days. So.
Okay.
What I just said was my personal opinion, and I stand by it.
No. Oh, okay. She said what she said.
You don't have to ask her direct questions, but
No.
Listen. I'm sure we're not the only people that are dragging her hairdo. No. So don't ask her directly, but put in some questions about what she's doing, who her hairstylist is, what that person is. Are they working with someone?
I just want y'all to know. I just want y'all to know that I feel like she wasn't honest. I mean, unless she come with receipts and can correct me. But if y'all remember, like on the first, like if it's deception regarding your hair, like does it go that far? If y'all remember on the first episode, they were like, ooh, her haircut's drastic. But then later on, I either read it or she said it later that she's had that haircut for a while. And I'm like, well, is it new or is it not new? Like, what's the damn truth about that? It's just like, it's just so much that's just like inconsistent. It makes me crazy.
I'm to say some sad ass shit. I would have appreciated if that haircut came with a story. And you know,
right,
story, like, you know, the abuse that I received had my hair falling out and I had to shave it. Or give me an alopecia story. Keep my cosmetologist name.
Alopecia on one half of my head.
It does come with a story, a horror story.
I feel like she had a Britney Spears moment as well. Like, what? I don't think she paid anybody to do that. I honestly feel like that part right there she did herself, because it's not blended. It's just like, what's going on?
There's no gradation.
That is not lined up. Oh my god!
It's just ball.
It's just bald. Like, no, ma'am.
I'm gonna do it.
Winter, if you're watching, we are not roasting you, girl. We just have
you getting roasted, but that don't mean I don't know.
Yes, we are.
No, let me tell you. Listen,
this ain't roast. I don't know what roasted is.
I just want to say,
I just threw the church thing up and sat down.
The comments and opinions expressed by the lady panelists here today are no way reflect the comments or opinions of one Kamisha. However, as my good sister Ashley Silva said, and I'm not apologizing again.
Okay. What I to say is everybody knows, and this is me being transparent, that whatever I do is I keep it a G. People who are around me that I mess with keep it a G, and that's what we've always been. So I mean, you know, anybody who watches that's brand new to what I do over here, we put it on the table. To me, she's the type of person that can take it. I mean, she pretty much told me, ask me whatever, I'm cool with it. I mean, I just don't see what she'd be tripping about it. She don't really give me that. But we'll find out.
We'll see next season. She's gonna be like, I was attacked by the panel. I've been attacked.
Lord.
But
okay, so
no, we're gonna see sooner than that when she interviewed with Kamisha.
Kamisha's interviews have a way of humanizing and making people relatable. So I'm hoping that after the interview, I can walk away with a level of relatability that makes me say, I understand why she did that to herself. Tough times. But
I ain't giving her no excuses and I ain't holding no hands, because she was looking crazy on the nightcap and she had both sides covered and her hair still was a mess.
Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness. Interesting. The shade.
I do feel like your interview will bring a different side to her, because I think once we got past Ashley or whatever, I just think her offering the sex therapist information was cool.
That was too much.
You thought so?
I don't think they lack a sex therapist. I think they're having intimacy issues.
Which is two different freaking things.
Right.
And how you gonna offer a sex therapist and you was having sex with somebody?
She was a relationship specialist. You would think you would know.
And also, she told us she was abstinent, not celibate, which is a distinct difference.
Right. Which is
that means she's not having sex because she chooses not to have sex because she waiting for the next dude that she don't know. She waited to see if the next dude live in the basement, and then it's gonna be on and popping 8 times a day.
But her excuse was because it brings out the crazy in women. Girl, let me.
Well, now look, she wasn't lying about some of that now. Now look.
Let me tell you. Oh,
where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Let me tell you something.
True.
Yeah, but
there's no deed that will ever make me crazy.
Yeah, I'm with Stacy. I make them crazy. They don't make me crazy.
I ain't messing with
I've never done anything like that.
And she's a 40-year-old woman. So you would think she would already know how to handle me.
Let me tell you.
You would know that. She would know like
before some people where good stuff hasn't been normalized and you don't have access to good things like that, then perhaps it would make you crazy. But for me and mine, I ain't about to go crazy.
At the church I go to, we give up the sermons, okay?
Hallelujah.
Somebody's like, what's that good? Oh my God.
There's gonna be an ascension in the congregation.
We got a big ego.
Hey, come on, Chappie.
Big ego.
Okay. In this congregation.
Okay.
The big ego.
But I thought Winter said she was celibate with her husband before she married him, right?
There's a significant difference between the two.
No, what I'm saying is, the relationship didn't last a year. Now she's abstinent. Like, what is going on with, like, does she
also, why did we need that? That was not necessary information. You want me to tell you something about me that's going to surprise you? I'm not.
But again, who gonna drink from a bartender? Who gonna trust the drink of a bartender that don't drink?
Hold on, I want to hear.
I do. Because Jonas said Parker 14. Let me tell you something. He can make a strong drink and he don't drink. He don't drink. So yes, I would. Now I won't think come out of Winter's mouth. I won't trust anything that come out of Winter's mouth, but I do trust the bartender who don't drink. I will say that.
Oh, Winter.
Winter.
Well, I see what Leah is saying with that.
I don't know how you abstinent, but you offering 6 days contact.
But what if
I'm trying to understand why that was necessary intel? Like no one was asking about your yams, beloved.
No, right? Like inviting them to a prayer circle might have been more beneficial than saying go to sex therapy, because again, the issue is intimacy, and there's different ways for couples to regain the trust of intimacy and all of that. And usually it starts with communication, which when Miss Ashley said, as long as her and Quick are communicating and whatever is 100, and what did O Winter do? Roll her little eyes.
She did. When she said, Quick is my guy, I can go to him all the time.
But communication is such a big part of a relationship that's people don't understand. It's not just money and all that crap. Communication is like literally everything. And so I will, and that goes on in relationship, whether it be a sexual relationship or just your cousin, your friend, or whatever. I just love to be a big communicator. So I didn't understand that part of the rolling of the eyes. That actually was a really good point. Now I wanted to say there are different therapists as far as to help with intimacy, even the physical stuff. I looked it up. I was like, okay. But even virtual, I found out. But so for them, I think she wants to be with her husband, and I think she misses him. It just looks like she misses him, even though she sees him. Like,
who you talking about? Who?
Ashley?
Not Ashley. I can say Ashley. Quick. Yes, I feel like that even though she sees her husband, I just think because their kids are a certain age and they've been married for a lot longer. I just think she misses her husband in that way. Like even when she made a little joke about the not doing the tongue anymore, all of this, there's some things she's just missing in that.
I feel like they have a jam-packed life full of things, and then he's adding other things and she's adding other things. They're both busy. And I was never married because I bowed out before I could, because I wasn't happy, and I wasn't finna get married because my logic was I'm gonna live for a really long time and I ain't finna do 50, 60 years unhappy. And all of that to say,
exactly,
they got a life full of things trying to get, Jason, that's a handful. And first of all, I love me some Jason. You heard?
Yes.
I love me some Jason. He's like, look, I need to get about this house. I need to get independent. I need to not be a DJ. I want to go work down to the people at Apple. I think what he's saying is he want to be in tech. Get me out of here. Y'all people driving me crazy. I want to do things by myself. I love me some Jason, but that's a handful right there. Because it's scary to
he want to be with the girl.
Yeah, you do.
It's scary for him to want that level of independence after you've been baby. You have to baby him. It's 21 years. That's your baby. And he don't want no parts of what y'all trying to give him. He want out. He's
just growing up. He's just maturing. He's just growing up. He's independent now. He wants to go out and I love it.
I love the way he was serving.
And I love Irina.
And it's funny because when
but I like Irina how she was trying to support too.
Well, you see, that's a job. And I wanted to say that because as a mother who has to co-parent with someone who's very present, right? When you're co-parenting, especially between a man and his son, you want to mind your business, but you can see where the heavy-handedness of the father, gets to be such that you have to be like, yo, you got to lift your hand up a little, still execute, and I'm going to support you. But you got to lift that hand up a little because you're going to make us lose our son. If you keep being so heavy-handed and keep putting so much, if you put so much pressure on trying to hold him, he's going to bounce. And we don't want that. So that in and of itself, like, my mom always told me of marriage. Sometimes you have to plant the seed in your husband, water the seed of your husband. When it comes to growth, notice it. And when he notices it and he brings it to your attention, act like it was his good idea. And I did that for 10 years. It is fatiguing. It's tiring. That is tiring. And then on top of that, you trying to make sure that he ain't going to ruin the relationship because a father-son bond is very important. So, but as a mother, you have to make sure the father don't go full restriction, full big head mode. Because men, men in that ego, and I'm going to show my son what my son got to do. You have to make sure that they don't go. That's 2 jobs in and of itself. Then she's an entrepreneur. Then he's busy. Inevitably, they're going to have disconnect when it comes to intimacy. I don't think they need to say.
But see, they both are at that place. Well, regardless of how each, he feels a certain way or whatever, they're just both in that place. They're both in that place. They just got to come together with that, I think. And then, like you said about Jamie, and really all the kids. I mean, all the kids are there. It's like that's right. How can you? I mean, that's a lot. You take because I know my experience. My marriage, I was married for 20 years. And I'm just like you, Mama. Well, you said you cheated. I can say I'm a part of that club, unfortunately. And Laura, we can do
learned from it.
I learned from it too. I learned I didn't need to be married, but won't get. But being married is hard. It's a lot of work. You gotta really be willing to really dig deep and do the work. And we say that and think it's some kind of line. It's real. And that's just, and for them, even though they're struggling a little bit, it's like, to me, I feel like they still blessed. They've been married for quite some time. It's not going to be roses and a straight shot all the way down. It's going to be some rocky parts in it. I just love how they.
But see, Kamisha, that's my problem that I have with old Winter. Like, you're sitting back, unmarried, and unmarried,
and unhappy,
unhappy expert, and you're judging these married couples on their journey, on their marital journey. Like, just like she said, in marriage, I've been married. I was married for a very long time. When you're a parent, hell, you don't have to be married. You don't have to be a parent. You know how it is with your friends, with life. You have to pick and choose your battles. You have to pick and choose each battle of every day. And you're sitting here, Winter, sitting back, ready to pick apart and judge and criticize everybody's battle without seeing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is these 3 couples, the couples, they have an abundance of love in each of their relationships. It's very different. They're 3 entirely different relationships.
I love it.
You can see the love oozing in each relationship. With the Tylers, I love that Arena is in a place where she's making Jamie uncomfortable. She's talking about sex. You got to understand, she's, she raised the kids. So she's probably used to more of like, the more modern jargon, like how we speak, the younger generation speaks. So like she's making him uncomfortable. That's fine. Quick. And Ashley keeps him in check. Hey, I know you want this life for us, but what does this life mean if it's without you because of how hard you work? Monique and Chris. Okay, Chris is saying, hey, Mo, like, I'm growing. It might not be on your time, but I want you to recognize my growth. And Monique is, hey, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire and make sure you don't give up and you're persistent in your journey. So these are 3 different couples with 3 entirely different, love stories. And this girl sitting here trying to pick them apart and between all of them. And that's unfortunate.
What I will say is that
Amen.
People are frustrated with the way Monique and Chris seem. But I feel like what I'm seeing between Monique and Chris is where I was when I decided to give up and not get married. So what I will give them props for is pushing through and continuing to fight for it. Because the part where I had disconnected was when I was like, I'm not happy, let's go to therapy. And he was like, it's March Madness. I'm not going to therapy during March Madness. And I was like, oh, all right, I got you. And everything, when he tried to have discussion after that, I didn't want to talk about nothing. You follow what I'm saying? Like what we are witnessing, it's not Monique just picking at him. Granted, it's uncomfortable for us to see it, but we don't always see it because people quit before you could get into the thing.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ashley, please.
Turn your hand up.
Quite some time. Yes, Ash.
Ashley. So with Monique and Chris, I felt Monique because when me and him do it and he's not giving me the answers that I want, I show him exactly how Monique did in this episode that we've seen. I shut down. I don't have anything else to say to you because you already giving me stupid answers and I don't want to deal with you no more. So she was like, I guess I felt how she felt because you're not giving me the things that I'm asking for. However, you're trying to deflect the conversation because you don't want to talk about that. You want to deflect it to something else. Well, when's your mom coming? We're not talking about my fucking mom. We're talking about what we didn't do in Africa. Why are you deflecting this conversation to something else?
And it's my hope.
But I shut down exactly how Monique shut down. I shut down just like that. So I felt her when she did it.
I felt it too.
When she did it, I said, I do that. I do exactly that.
When the producer came to the side, the producer was like, this is what because when you can see it happening, when you in it, you can't see it. And Chris is missing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that in that corner where the producer is sitting down with Chris, he's saying, yo, this is what she's trying to say to you.
They're probably playing
but I think that. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say they probably are playing it back and showing like this is what you're doing and how you're looking. She was trying to talk to you. And
I know, but I also think like sometimes we have these unrealistic expectations on other people, how we expect them to respond, what we expect them to say. And I think that's part of Monique's frustrations because she's expecting something different from him. She's expecting, and Chris said it in his confessional, she's expecting me to be on her level. I'm just not there yet. Like her spiritual, because he said they're on a spiritual journey. So they're both growing. Like even in our relationships, if y'all think about it, how many people looked at, your partner at the same time for the first time was like, right at the same moment said, I love you. No, people love each other at different times. The person that says it first is the person that acknowledges first. Just because you say it don't mean that other person is in love with you at that point. Right. They might reciprocate the words, but they still might have to grow to get to that level of love and care that you're on. So I think that this is the struggle that we're seeing with Monique and Chris because they're trying to take their relationship to another level, and the growth is just different. And I also think that Monique is a perfectionist too. So she likes things done correctly the first time. She likes it the right way, and not in a rigid way. I think she's just that maybe competitive, like with herself internally. Like she likes to do things right. So I think that with Chris, they're on like she's striving for perfection the first time. And he's like, I got to practice to get there.
Yeah, but it might be intimidating from him, kind of just, because like, I think he's trying, and
right.
I think he's scared to say.
No, I'm just saying, is he gonna ever be on the level as y'all are saying? I think that to me, it would be the effort for me. It would be, not giving me stupid answers they were saying earlier, but it's more of, okay, you're trying it.
But not only that though, it's the delivery and the tone also, because you can say whatever you want to say, but if you already keep coming down on me with that tone, like we can have a talk, we can talk about what you're not happy about, but that tone, get that tone together, or I'm not going to receive what you're saying.
But you want to know what? them seeing it is going to help them, hopefully. And what they're also going to see on the playback is other people, because I think Monique is measuring herself against Quick and Jamie, measuring Chris against Quick and Jamie. But when she sees that they are all having issues, because Jamie don't want to talk about them all having issues, but he's not going to be able to avoid the discussion he has between him and Raina next week.
But that's always going to be your downfall, comparing you to anybody, whether it's individually or as a pair. Don't ever compare yourself as an individual or as a pair. Y'all not the same, period.
Let's go.
And then what's gonna what we're watching, we're seeing Chris.
I completely agree.
We're seeing Monique frustrated because she keeps trying to work with Chris, and we're seeing Chris scared to say what he's thinking because he feels like whatever he says is gonna get that response.
Yeah, so she's gonna be emotional about what he says. Right?
They're having
yes, and go ahead, Goody.
I'm not saying anything else. I'm so interested in your comments.
You just kind of breaking up, so we were trying to.
Okay, sorry. I thought I had cut off Goody. Cause this delay is kicking my butt. But can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, y'all can hear me?
Yes.
I can see this how they argue. I can relate to that because not saying that that's how I argue, but when I date somebody that's just as nonchalant as Chris, and when I'm like, okay, what about this, and this, and he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to say. I need you to say something, and whether or not I like what you're going to need you to be as transparent as I'm being with you with this, whatever we're discussing. And I feel like Chris hasn't caught that part yet. We're talking about this so that we can get each other's opinion on this, whatever it is that we're talking about, not just me talking and you like, yeah, okay. And then I ask you a question on how to fix something and you say, I don't know what you want me to say, baby. So I understand Monique's frustration. I'm gonna side with Monique on this because that's
hold on,
when I argue with him, because that's it.
But now I do have a question. I know that Chris.
Hold on. Can you hear me? Hold on just a second. I have somebody who want to give their opinion.
Oh, Lord.
Let me bring them
surprises.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, no! That's my girl. It's my girl in the building.
Oh, she looking so good too. Nice, Carmen.
Hey, Carmen.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey. Hustling.
Hey, girl.
What is going on, Mama? We kind of talked about the show. We kind of got into the Tylers. The episode last night. Did you have anything you wanted to say about the episode at all? Because we're kind of covering a lot, going everywhere.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't even look at the episode. However, I love the Tylers. I love them. Being in their presence is like, just like, you know how like you just feel like that's your sister or your brother or something.
Mm-hmm.
They are so down to earth, like, and just chill. And it's no like, like fakeness. Like, I don't know about that person. You kind of give them a side eye. There's nothing about them like that is like, I don't know. So,
you're including Winter in that?
Who?
Winter.
Come on, Carmen.
I know Winter's husband.
Uh-oh.
So they still married?
Or her, whatever he is.
Oh, Lord.
Here comes Carmen with the receipts. Yay!
When they were like the comment and all that, I was like, yeah, pretty much.
So, Carmen, do you think that he's actually a scammer, or is that just the narrative that they're trying to spin?
For her ex?
Yes.
No. Okay, first of all, never gonna be something. That's a fact. However, he is slithery, as I would say, like, rakish. I before even knowing about the whole Winter and him, I had some interactions with him, and I didn't feel comfortable like doing business with him. He wanted to do business with me, and I was like, it just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't flow right. And so I didn't.
Carmen, one question. How many interactions did it take for you to determine that the business aspect was going to be a no-no?
Oh, it was like
immediate, probably.
It was the first time. It was like the conversation was kind of like, yeah, you know, I'm saying, you know, like, and I'm like,
okay, so would you have married him had he asked you to marry him?
What? Marry? Even single, not single. No, his flow is not cool.
Flowy.
He remind me of like the dude from Miami Vice. You know that one dude from Miami Vice?
What? Oh my God.
Philip Michael Thomas?
The one who had like 85 kids?
So rejected.
Oh, I don't know about Philip Michael Thomas, 85 kids.
I think it is him. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Philip
I don't.
Michael Thomas with the 85 kids. You want an 86, sir?
He wasn't.
All right, Nick Cannon. He wasn't the first, huh?
He wasn't intriguing at all.
Wow. So yeah, so
it's just I ain't even gonna say it. You know, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it, Jesus. I ain't gonna say it.
So your discernment is at 100 when it comes to getting your money. Basically, can't nobody fool you into wasting no money.
I don't play with my money. I don't play with my money.
Okay. And we could all agree that your time is more valuable than cash. So we can all agree that her discernment wasn't where it needed to be for her to be making time like decisions. Because 6 months and even the eight times of sex a day, that's a waste of my time. Which is
although in her defense, as she said, she wasn't abstinent then, and the D can make her crazy. So maybe
that medicated penis.
No, I love money more than D.
Right, but Erica, she said that she didn't have any relationships until she married him.
I love money.
So what would make her marry him? What would make Winter marry him?
The desire for that medicated penis.
Especially if Carmen saying he was already kind of shady.
He must have sold her a dream. He must have sold her a dream because he don't even. Okay, my opinion. Okay, no judgment, but judgment.
He ain't no Donovan.
Have no swag. He's not like you'd be like, ooh, I'm intrigued. No, it's not happening.
So he don't wear the good cologne.
He has no swag in my opinion. Like I'm not like, ooh, maybe.
I believe.
Like I don't know what women look for, but I would think you have to have some kind of swag. You know what I'm saying, and money. But like, I felt like he was kind of thirsty when I had the conversations with him. Meaning, like, he really wanted to work with me, really bad, and I wasn't intrigued. I was like,
so, has he recovered from the downfall yet? Do you know?
I mean, this is a couple years ago that I had interactions with him.
So do you ever see him like in the streets, like on, like out and about?
I mean, what I will say in DMV streets, he's not known.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't throw his name out and be like, oh yeah. No, that's not happening. Yeah. So I don't know how long they've been together. I don't know their story at all. So I don't know.
Not long.
What would have made her be intrigued by him at all? He's not intriguing. That's all I gotta say.
That's crazy.
What's that? Okay, so besides, I know you know a lot of people, just like Miss Queen of DC over here. So you gave your thoughts about him, but as far as Winter, because it sounds you're not completely saying it, but just sort of validating what she was saying about him, how he slithered, as you say, about her. Like everyone is kind of dragging her. Do you think it's the edits, or is she that way? That she's really being dragged in a lot of blogs.
I don't know, Winter. I just feel like.
So she's not known in the DC streets either, in the DMV.
No. I mean,
no.
No, and
no.
About it, I feel like you can't say you savvy, you entrepreneur, business.
I answered that abruptly, but the answer is no.
You gotta be one or the other. You can't be like, I'm savvy and I'm this businesswoman, and then naive. Like my thing is, and I don't know like that. I'm like, we all make mistakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all gullible. We've all been that. It's probably like, you know what? They caught me off guard, or that person. You know what I'm saying, I was feeling that person, or whatever. Because if you're saying like you're this amazing businesswoman, but then on the other side, like you didn't pick up the clues, and that's what they were kind of saying. Like, how did you not see the clues? I think it would be probably in her best interest to say, you know, I was caught off guard, or I was feeling that person and I wasn't on my game. It's better to be like honest, I would say, to be like, you know, I'm smart, but I'm gullible at the same time, right? That's how I look at it.
So what you're saying is she should be using words like I and me, because what I was saying was she's not telling the good Christian story of we fall down and we get up. She's telling the story of he pushed me down, he stepped on me. When I tried to get up, he pushed me again. Him. It's all about him. And it's not. That's not how that's not even how accountability works, nor is it how success works. For success, for her to have a successfully failed relationship, she would have to come out with some lesson she learned.
Right, I agree with that. I think it would be like I was vulnerable. You know what? I really was searching for a husband, a leader, and I thought he was the person, and he wasn't. You know, take accountability and then move on, and then we can learn from it. These are the signs I didn't do. I didn't do X, Y, and Z. Right? I haven't seen her say it. I feel like that would probably be the best approach. You know.
Yeah, and when
you don't take accountability, you can then not go and point fingers at other people.
True. And then also, I think winners should do a lot less talking and more listening.
For the people in the back.
You know, that's what I think. She should do less talking and more listening. Because right now, the information and I guess what I should say, what she's providing as far as advice or judgment is something that she really is out of place. You're with 3 successful relationships in their own, and you've not had you've not had a successful relationship. So why you got so much to say? That's all I got to say.
Right, I'm an action person. I'd be like, first of all, you're not gonna sit at my table and tell me how you gonna be successful when you're not successful.
Exactly.
When that's the
definition of success, being successful.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Right, be like, I failed 5 times.
Exactly.
But I mean, if her first husband had a child with the nanny, cheated with everybody, came back with 3 and 4 different children that don't belong to the nanny, she is naive as it relates to relationships, and she ain't learned the things she needed to learn, because she then followed that up with marrying Kev. And I do not know him, and I feel bad for him that he is being labeled the scammer on TV. So he ain't never gonna be able to get up for what he fell down into.
That's hard. That was a hit. That definitely is a hit. But I will say this. I feel like you can't be labeled a scammer unless you didn't scam at least 3 or 4 people.
This too is true.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Like nobody, if one person said you're a scammer, then you'd be like, 2 people, then 3 people, then, like, how did he get the name of the scammer? There has to be something that has happened that people are talking in each other's ears to label him as a scammer. He's just maybe not trustworthy. I wouldn't use the word scammer. Maybe he's not trustworthy.
So is she trying to get divorced in a way that will have her not be accountable for any of the scam when it comes down to the paperworks?
My thing is, was you getting opportunity?
Yeah, was any of that scam money?
It wasn't a problem until he started talking about I gotta file bankruptcy. It wasn't a problem until he had to file bankruptcy.
Say it again, Stacey.
I'm telling you, like, I'm not stupid. So you can only sell that bridge to somebody who's foolish enough to buy it. because you sitting here acting like you ain't know what was going on, and maybe you didn't to the extent that it was. But as long as you was getting stuff, you didn't have any complaints, and as long as that money was coming in, you didn't have any complaints. And we just heard someone say her level of discernment rubbed her. No, I can't do business with this person. But what you did after 4 months, you went and married the person because two slick people together didn't.
But she's not slick enough. She's not slick enough, though. She's absolutely not slick enough, though, because if you were the true businesswoman that you think you are, you would be able to flip this story to benefit you. Right. You can absolutely tell where you messed up, where you gotten over on or whatever, own it, and tell people how not to be the person that you were. So she's not slick enough.
But you only be like that if you are. You would only be vulnerable if you're a victim. She's not a victim, clearly. You understand? That's why.
I feel that they both were victims, though. They both did wrong things, made mistakes, did wrong things. Own what you did and keep it moving. Ain't nobody gonna listen to nothing that I tell them unless I honestly tell them what I've been through, what happened to me when I did it, and why you shouldn't do it.
Amen. Let me tell you, she's not even slick enough to use celibacy versus abstinence. Because the words, the usage of the word "I'm abstinent," that showed me you ain't slick. You just waiting for the person to hop on.
Girl, I'm being abstinent today, not tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing.
Because tomorrow,
that's why I said she's not slick enough. She needs to go back to class because she obviously did not pass.
Well, I think that she could easily, if she was in the moment, when you're going through something and you're in the moment and you look back. And you could say, like, this is what I'm thinking at that moment. Now that I'm out of it, I see I made these mistakes. I saw these clues. I think if she kind of spoke like that, we would probably be more sympathetic.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But I don't think she's doing that. So if you
and what she's doing is getting upset when people ask her direct questions where she could turn around. If I ask you a direct question and you could come out your mouth and say, I bumped my head. The D was good. I made a bad mistake. But when they ask her direct questions that force her to look in the mirror, she come out with the cat claws.
No, the problem is she has a problem when somebody has common sense and what you're telling me doesn't connect. Well, see, when you tell me something, it has to make sense.
I ain't no mathematician, but that math is not mathing.
Oh, come on, say it with my word.
You want to hear it again, Mama?
Not mathing, yo. It's not mathing.
Yeah.
So, Miss Carmen, tell us how life's been for you.
You know what? Oh my gosh, I'm really at a good place right now. But it's also weird. Like, I feel like the show hasn't. They did a lot of us an injustice. Ready Love, meaning they didn't tell us. They didn't tell the backstory of who we really are, right? So, you have all these amazing fans, people who love you, people who hate you. And so now that I'm back to reality, right, and I'm actually out in the streets working, I feel like every time I post a picture, it's a problem, right? Because I work with celebrities, I work with a lot of amazing, sexy men. And so now I post a picture with my clients, and we out at a golf tournament here and there. They're like, "Where's Donovan?" I'm like, "God damn, can I work? Can I work? Can I live my life?" Like,
Donovan down to his job.
And they're
I
like,
seen that on IG. I seen it on IG when you was at the golf tournament, and they was like, "Where's Donovan?" I'm like, "Damn, she can't do nothing."
I ain't finna bring him to work.
Girl.
Listen, I was like, "Oh, she gonna eat him up. She gonna eat him up."
And so then I was with my client Santana Moss, and it was his birthday this week, so I was with him all week, right? Don't let me smoke hookah. Santana Moss, oh, who's that? Where's Donovan? I'm like,
that's because they think your access to the celebrities came from Ready to Love because they didn't tell your story the correct way. So now they seeing you, they're like, oh, now she could be around Santana. Well, where's Donovan? Because they gonna come out fighting for their Donovan. What you doing? That's why you need to wear a t-shirt and say, "Can I live?" or rather, "Can I work?"
Right. So if I'm in a picture with anybody, where's Donovan? Like, okay, I was with Ray and Joy. Where's Donovan? Well, can I have a girls' night? Can I just want to have a good diamond? What, is he in my back pocket? Goddamn. I'm like, so I don't pay no attention to it. Donovan, he's more sensitive to this type of stuff. You know, he gets in his emotions like what, and I live this life all the time, so it's nothing new to me. I just block, delete, and then they get mad at me because I block and delete. I'm like, but who gonna check me, boo? Nobody gonna check me. I'm living my life. Like this was who I was before this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is my life. Nobody didn't know that. That's because they didn't tell y'all who we really were behind the scenes. So
they
now
said it's slick. They was like, oh, she's in the business, and then every time you spoke about it, they made it shady. And you know, this is like my fourth apology. I'm sorry for the way I got it wrong and the way I was coming out. I was like, Carmen, I done apologized 5 times. Your apology got to be as public as your disrespect. But
I know I am. I lay it on the line on live. I will drag you on live. Apologize, whatever on live. And I mean, that's where I want it back the same exact way. And I got that behind the scenes stuff. I'll call you out on that too. So don't do that behind the scenes. Don't do that. No.
But that is the golden ticket, though. But that is the golden ticket, though. Honesty. We're going to relate to honesty. We're going to connect to honesty. If we can't connect with that, then what are you here for?
Yeah.
So many people are so invested. I'm like, God damn, like y'all are more invested in my life than I am.
100%.
Like,
all the time.
They become a Carmen Hart. Carmen just blocking the hate. Block.
Donovan be in them comments fighting for his life.
And it's the truth, Carmen.
Good friends, like Demetrius and I are good friends. Like, I'll cuss Paul out any moment I can when he want to talk crazy, because Paul be talking crazy and that political shit. I'm like, Paul, you're tripping, and he's like, no. And I'm like, well, you go back to this and this because you tripping right now. But Demetrius, like Clifton, is like one of my best friends. We talk every day. Don't let me and Clifton be out. Where's Joy? Where's Joy at? Oh, look at that picture.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Let me say something about that? Because remember when y'all did the fashion show that was at the National Harbor?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, that was definitely a conversation of topic. Well, where's Joy at? What? And I'm like, y'all don't know. Like, she's still in Mexico. She's not here yet. She's not back yet. Like,
people be so they really want to know, or they act like they know and don't know anything. That's the sad part. And then be loud.
I feel like this is an opportunity for Ready to Love to look back and say this is the things we got wrong, because we're not giving a full picture. Hell, they could, if they gave full pictures, they could have 15, 16 episodes and tons of footage. They could still be running a look at their website. Their analytics will go off if they would actually give us a true backstory, or where are they now and why are they there now. And then Stacey could put on her little red lipstick, and then we could be like, oh, that's where she at.
Oh, just so you guys know, whenever we see this happen, when On steal this from Goody, make sure y'all remember y'all heard it here first. Okay. Thank you so much.
When we had the Love and Marriage DC premiere, right, at the park,
that was so much fun.
Donovan had a interview with Kojo, and he was running late coming to the premiere, and we did a walk-up. Me, Eric,
and it was so cute.
Let me tell you, that was like, oh, Carmen and Donovan broke up because he's here. Oh, where's Donovan? And then my ex works at the park, so Marcus is in a picture with me. Oh, what is she doing with him? It was everything crazy.
Yep, I was telling you.
He had.
By the way, love Marcus. Love Marcus. He always hook me up when I'm at park. Love Marcus.
That's the same thing that happened with Kyra and I when Marceau and Tisha was here and we were doing their chocolate. And they were like, oh, so we knew Stacey would be trying to take somebody's husband or some shit like that. Girl, bye, ciao, bye.
You know how up in Houston Fox was coming to take Marceau Large back.
They wanted to drag Kyra. Get off Kyra. Kyra's the sweetest ever. Like, yeah.
I made a whole video about that. I get off the gas.
I really appreciate Joy because Joy would be like, thank you for looking out for Clifton while I'm gone. You know, thank you for checking on him while I'm gone. You know, but it also put me in a very weird position if Donovan wasn't there because now it's like Clifton out, right?
Right.
And I love Joy, and I'm like, we're best friends, but people were like, where's Joy at? Oh, Carmen trying to be sneaky and get up on, and I'm like, no.
I can see that.
The problem is people. The problem is people are so grimy and so snakish.
Right.
They don't even understand normal friendships, normal relationships.
But yeah, that's
And
true.
they think you doing what they would do.
Exactly.
But
If-
also,
if
I mean,
one
you
of
have to
was
admit
Clifton,
that
I think so
production
bad.
kind of painted Carmen as the villain. So I think the videos that you've done on YouTube have shown more of who you
Right.
are as a general person. But I think there's a lot of people out there who are like, well, she did this, she did that, she did this. And it's like, well, they didn't really show enough of your backstory so that we could love you through the show. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like even if they would have shown her being the nicest person on earth, they are not enough normal relationships, normal friendships, normal marriages to that people see. So when they see something normal, they're like, oh, they're doing something.
Right.
Okay, here's the deal though. What they did for Ready to Love.
Yeah,
They gave us Aisha. Aisha was the was the cream of the crop.
Oh my God.
She was this, that, and the third. And then when it came time to do the thing, she turned into Winter. We done heard the whole story, everything that he did, none of what she did. She did the spoken word. I mean, that's my good sis from the BX. However, when she did that spoken word, I was like, it's the toxicity for me because I can't do spoken word.
Right.
But then they gave us you. You was an asshat, and you was a mean girl, and you was a this, and you was a that. And that's not necessarily the truth.
Nah, because Carmen was every day. Carmen was Carmen's story. That's my dog because I do not see that. I never did see that. I never understood what was the tea with that because to me that represented everything I like to see on TV, the good, the bad, the ugly, and they didn't care about, you know, everybody who don't want to say anything and being all funny and fake or whatever. They were straight up about it and people couldn't handle it, period.
And then don't even talk about Stacy. I would expect that every time we on live we would see Frick with Frat, and I ain't seen Frick and Frat yet.
Right.
Listen, I don't want to be respectful, but I don't even remember. I called the other. Now I'm gonna call her the Italian. You're like, I don't remember her name. That's how much I don't see her with you, and she probably like it that way.
But I think this is why these shows are making it so hard for people to actually blog or review because they're showing us a edit version of the real people. We're not seeing the real people. So even with Love and Marriage, my thing is Love and Marriage DC. Why is there a winter? Because it's sensational TV. I mean, we're looking at couples at different levels of where they are. Why do we have a winter there?
Oh,
you understand? So it's
not
called sensational TV. They're not allowing us.
Let's just keep it real though. Let's just keep it real though. You have to look at who now owns OWN, right? When Ready to Love first came out, we rushed to the TV every Friday because it was organic, because it was something good to watch. Now that the organization has changed hands, it's just about drama. Who cares? We were there for y'all with the ratings because we wanted to see a real love story.
Exactly.
Or some love story. I mean, all love stories get realer than real later, but we wanted to see real connections, real interactions, what happens once the connections happen, and then we just saw real catty, real mean.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's what they wanted us to see because they think that's what they think we dial into. I don't know how
it goes back to if you develop the characters more and give us a chance to see who they are. Guess what? You're going to have a different target market as far as you're going to have even more people watching.
First, second, and third
have more people watching.
They did.
You understand? Because we do want to see Black love. We do want to see the success of Black love.
But you understand the numbers. When you watch stuff like the Love and Hip Hops and all the hip hops and hip hops, the numbers were crazy, especially in the beginning. People have been trying to catch that wave. Even the white reality shows are trying to catch that Love Hip Hop wave because it was so big and lucrative. So,
but if we pay real attention, even the love.
But what I'm saying about I'm saying, why wouldn't they also try to tap into that? Because they were really cookie cutter in the beginning.
But if they look at what's happening, love and hip hop is turning more into let's fix these relationships. Let's look at these relationships closer. Thus, couples retreat. We're getting things where people are trying to see real relationships and real connections. Love and hip hop could be fighting all like now. I mean, temperatures are hot. We post pandemic. They in Atlanta. We could see a whole bunch, but they ain't come back with it yet because don't nobody really want to dial into that anymore. That's why we over at OWN to see relationships.
But this is the thing. Let's be real. It's about who is on the show also. And y'all can't see me, but I'm rubbing my arm to show my brownness because they have shows for the white people, which is The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and that's so wholesome and all that. And their numbers are through the roof. So it's not no excuse. It's about exploiting us.
Wow, that's a word.
Well, I will say that
yeah, it's definitely doing a good job
on Ready to Love, and I heard the rumors that enjoy, right? You know, you hear rumors on the street that they're in love, they're great, but as I watched, because I came in late, I didn't see a lot of it. You know, the meetup at the mansion, whatever. Like being a part of Clifton's journey and their love, it's like some fairy tale shit, right? Like the way Clifton looks at Joy and the way Joy looks at Clifton. I just had a sleepover with them the other night. Okay, and the way they talk and whatever, it's just.
Where was Donovan?
I didn't say Donovan wasn't there, right? No pictures yet. So, but what I will say is, they could have, if they really wanted to have a show about love, they could have really showed some more scenes of Joy and Clifton, which I thought was just like a percentage, right? 0.001 of what when you're in their presence, like, oh my God, this shit is real, right? And they could have, like, some of the moments that I had with Paul, some of the moments with Harry, they show that, and I'm like, why wouldn't you show those parts? Because that's showing what Black love looks like, right? When you're feeling butterflies in your stomach and you're like, oh my God, he makes me laugh, she makes me laugh. They're not showing that. They rather show the drama. But there was more footage that would have really showed how people's relationships developed, and they didn't show it.
Well, I'm really happy that you were able to come on and talk about not just about the show. You didn't watch, it's fine, but you were able to get some insight, especially with the whole winter situation. We really talked about a lot of different things. I know we talked about the show and everything, but we're women. We do get deep on here, which I really enjoy a lot of these conversations that we have because I also don't think we have them enough. So I want to see who has any closing thoughts on this episode. Going to this episode gonna be really fire. We see it's gonna be really fire. This episode, lot of spice. It's gonna be Ashley kicking butt and all these things. So I wanted to know what she talked with Sheila. I want to know what are your closing thoughts about this episode. Going to this episode.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. This was to me a very good episode as far as with Jason open up. I really love how Jason opened up about his decision on how he wanted to progress in life. I'm hoping that, we hear some, we hear some updates that he has gotten into a program and that he's doing,
yes,
independent living. He's definitely working towards independent living. So I was definitely in love with Jason. I was all for Jason this episode. Also, I was actually there for Jamie being a parent who wants the best for his child. And I could tell he was old school. He was being old school with Jason because that was how in the past our parents, they looked out for the best of us, trying to direct us and steer us in a way. But also, so I thought this was all old school. And I was there for Jamie. I mean, I just saw Jamie was really looking out for Jason, and he just wants the best for his son. But again, because of his physical disabilities, this is a new lane. They don't know the lane that they're moving in. So they're doing the best that they can. So I was all for the Tylers. I was all for Jamie. Anyway, I was there for this whole episode. Ashley wanted to spend more time with Quicksilver, and she was just, looking like, look, you are the root and the foundation of our family. Yes. And I don't want to lose that. And I love that Ashley had that vulnerability to say, you know, to walk into that manager's office and also to say, quit, you know, we want you here. I don't want to be here without you. All this is great, but I want you to be here. So again, I was there for this whole episode. I look forward to the next episode. I was here for a lot less of Winter. I could have seen a lot less of Winter, but there again, Winter has been brought into this show for a point. So I'm trying to embrace and find out where we're going with Winter. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. And that's how I feel about this episode.
Stacey, you got your notebook. You got any closing thoughts, ma'am? I know you do.
Y'all see all this?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say, I understand why she was brought in, but I just can't be a stan. If I have to eat my words later, I'll just eat my words later and apologize gracefully. However, right now, I ain't feeling the bullshit. And y'all can say what y'all want to say, but anybody that is there, it seems like it's their goal, like their mission is to cause wedges between people's relationships, like with each other. That's going to be red flag, red flag, red flag every single time. So y'all can jump on the old Winter train, but I won't. And as good sister Ashley said what she said, and I'm not apologizing for that.
Listen, I love Ashley, but go ahead.
Go ahead. What's your closing thoughts, ma'am? What's your closing thoughts about this episode?
Listen. I'm gonna make sure that I'm at home next week. I ain't gonna be nowhere in these DC streets next week because this is gonna be some shit.
Yes, it is.
Come next Sunday. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Let me not lie to y'all.
It was a scream for me. I really didn't want to say that, but we're gonna go ahead and continue. It was a scream for me. When she was like, ah! I was like, whoa. I was like, what is going on, baby? I'm looking forward to
next week. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not in these DC streets next Sunday. I can't guarantee. They're Friday and Saturday night though, but next Sunday I won't be in these DC streets for sure.
Okay. And Miss Erica, what you got to say, Mama?
So I am not Team Winter. However,
absolutely.
I will say I did think we saw a little bit something different from her. I think in this episode, I think she's just been messy or whatever. So I definitely feel like you have some food there for your interview. Like I don't think she's, I think I saw some other things in this episode where I was like, okay, she's trying not to just be the crazy, all of my men are dogs type person. I really liked Raina and Jamie, and I really feel like there's a lot to grow there because although Jamie wants the best for his son, in the end, I felt like Jason was afraid to come to him. And Jamie's sort of reaction, like, okay, well, if you don't want to be a DJ, just don't talk, do whatever you're going to do. I'm out of it. So I can see where that fear kind of came from. So it'll be interesting to see how they work that out between Jamie and both of his sons, really. So I think that'll be interesting to see how that goes forward. Ashley and Quicksilver, I love that Ashley went to the manager, and even though Quick was kind of like, dang, they ambushed me or whatever, I kind of like that Ashley is being more fighting more for what she really wants. And it's interesting. I think it'll be really interesting to see their sort of dynamic too going forward as well. And honestly, I love Monique. However, she's been coming so hard on Chris. And I kind of feel like, I get she's frustrated, but you've been with him for 10 years. So this ain't no new stuff with him. So I don't know. So I maybe it's her edit, but she's coming off like, I'm feeling more like bad for Chris half the time. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of go through their things at the end as well.
Well, I'm gonna say this as far as the end of everything, but I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. Anyway, I know it's gonna be fire. We're probably gonna be talking a lot of shit and everything, but we always do that anyway. But I enjoy you, ladies. Conversations, like I said, different perspectives. So be careful. We're not gonna always agree, but I love these conversations. Y'all know that's my thing. And so I don't know. I really love this show. I've told you this before. I love this show. Um, I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens rest of the season. I believe that we're going to have this is going to be the start of fire episode. I think this kind of was a little fluff episode. It wasn't a bad episode, but I think most seasons have those fluff episodes. But I still enjoyed the show, and I also love the son dynamic. Loving the fact that he spoke up for himself and he wants to be independent. That touched me to watch that and how they are with him. I got teary eyed watching because I have boys myself, and and there are certain ages, around the same ages. And I don't know. I really love the way they're digging it deep with the family, the parents, all of it, even the intimacy issues. I just love it. Transparency.
I want to give it up for the sister at the table and the entire family dynamic at the Tyler table after Raina. I don't know what Raina was doing with the spray, with the pan cooking spray
some crabs.
over the crabs and such. But I was watching to see how they ate the food, and Jamie Jr. was tearing it up. So the pan cooking spray ain't ruined the flavor. But I want to
I know, right?
I want to give it up for the sister, and I wanted her name, so I'm gonna call her B. Tyler, because when they were sitting at that table, everyone wanted to have a discussion, and everyone was trying to ensure that Jason was well taken care of. But she said, "I am glad that you got the power to say what you're saying, Jason, because what happened to me was I did what they wanted me to do, and I'm still lost and don't know." So I love the dynamic at the table because she came in and kind of supported her mother and supporting Jason, and I love that for them.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, she did.
Miss Carmen, Miss Carmen. Once again, I'm so happy that you got to come on the panel, even though you did not watch the episode. But it's all good because you still gave a little bit of tea. It was nice and hot, and we drank it down very, very well. So
I know a lot of those people on the show personally, so I feel obliged. I have to watch, so I'm gonna support it. But Chris and Monique, like, I mean, I've been around these individuals, and I just think that it's really hard when you have editing. So we don't know what really happened. In a lot of these situations, they edit this part or that part. I do know that the Tylers, I enjoyed my time with them. I was hanging out with DJ Quicksilver on Friday also. Y'all probably see my live. I was going live. We was at the park, and he's a cool dude. Right now, like, right? So I think they had to throw Winter in there.
Lee, mute yourself.
Couples can be boring at certain points, right? So they go fight. I feel like she's feisty, but she's not feisty. Like I don't think she actually will tear her apart when it really comes down to it. You know?
Like a little chihuahua.
I think so too.
Huh?
You like a little chihuahua.
What do you say?
She reminds me of a little chihuahua.
Right. I feel like Ashley will break Winter. Like,
I agree.
Like, really, Winter, do you really want to go with Ashley? Because Ashley, I feel like she's somewhat being nice when she's even coming back with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Ashley really want to bring out the dogs, she will destroy Winter, right? So it's like, I feel like Winter's like character in this is like, feisty, but not really feisty. Like, it's intriguing, but how are you going to tell people who've been in relationships for 10 plus years how they need to roll? Like, Ashley was being nice. I'm like, I would have said something even worse than that. I was like, bitch, you better sit your ass down. Like, who you
talking to?
So I feel like Ashley was still being nice when we're looking at her like, oh, no, she was being nice because I would have tore her ass up. You what a scammer that you act like you're smart, you're a businesswoman, but now all of a sudden you were stupid with this dude. Like I wouldn't have played that. So, but I mean, they brought her in for a reason, right? To stir it up.
Yeah.
And I think she's doing an average job.
That's some shit I would say. I love you so much.
Number 2.
I love you so much.
Oh my God. That will be a clip later. Anyway.
Carmen, thanks for joining the ladies.
Yes.
The Above Average crew.
Oh no. Jesus. Oh my God. Okay.
Nobody asked me what my closing thoughts was.
No, mama. Well, I was about to say that, ma'am. Thank you. Nicole, you know what?
I just jumped in.
Go ahead,
we in
Nicole.
love with your voice.
I couldn't get a word of this. Y'all, you know what? I'm done. Go ahead, Nicole.
I was waiting. I was
about to, but I said the best for last. You have the queen. Thank you.
Okay. I am here for my fellow Scorpio, Ashley. She can do no wrong for me right now. Arena, I love how she sits in her femininity, because even though she smiles all the time, something in her eyes, we know that she wants to work on something, which I feel like is why she sometimes tells a little too much that Jamie don't want people to know yet. So I'm waiting for her, and I'm here rooting for them because I love their marriage, and I love the interaction they had with Jason on this episode. Monique, I just wish she would tweak her delivery because I really want her and Chris to work out because she's beautiful, and I just want them, I know that they need a show, so they're gonna edit things a certain way, but stop highlighting just their arguments because they've been married for so long, so all they do every day is not just argue. Come on. And then in the spirit of my big sister Maud's absence, when it comes to half head, see jolly, and that means I don't care.
Jolly.
Oh, okay. Sister.
Maud is celebrating her anniversary.
Nee.
Yes. Happy anniversary to Maud and happy birthday to her hubby. I hope she's having a great time.
Oh, that's not right. You need to move it up.
Of course, when I'm on here, Maud.
Okay.
Carmen, she was scared.
She had no idea, Carmen. Nobody even knew you were coming on here, and that's some real tea.
We didn't know.
Yes, ma'am. Nobody.
The ancestors told her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what she had brunch. That's what she had brunch with. Hold on, here go her pom-pom right here.
Oh my God. And let me tell you something. I swear I got it. I was like, Lord, this will be the one day she ain't gonna be here. I was like,
Of course she's here.
Not the pom-pom.
Anniversary.
Oh, but she would have been right up in here. She would have been right up in here talking to you.
Jumbo.
And she been on some bullshit. So I would have been sitting here living for it.
Yes, I would have been bad. Anyway,
I just want to reiterate what Carmen said because I think y'all missed it laughing.
Wait, what?
Did y'all hear her?
What?
Did you hear who she said she was probably at lunch with? That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I did hear her say that. Why would I acknowledge somebody that is? Hold on, wait. Since you said it, since you brought it out, why would I acknowledge somebody that is nobody to me in every capacity? Why would I acknowledge somebody that don't need to be acknowledged?
No, I wasn't talking about you acknowledging the person. I'm saying acknowledging her comment with mine.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got tricked. My bad. I love you.
We know, girl. Why would you acknowledge a hater like somebody that wants to step on other people's growth and progress and makes it?
What are we talking about? Nothing. We're just having a conversation. What's the Seinfeld talking about? Nothing.
Hey, I like that. That was cute. Okay, I love it. Okay.
I sip my little lemonade.
That's some New York stuff. I'm right there with you.
What's in your lemonade though, Stacey? Because you being missed.
Nothing. Girl, you probably need me to have something there so I can be nice.
We don't know that lady.
I'm really happy that Carmen came on with not a helmet.
Greatly appreciate.
Not a helmet head. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I'm done. I'm gonna stop.
But and
All
the
right,
thing about it is,
I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
What
Wait, go ahead.
I know some of these people, and like I feel like Chris he's such a good, like he's like a real old school soul family, and so I really hope that him and Monique, they work.
They gonna pull through.
Really, he's a real. I've known him for a couple years, because I'm in the like football, scene, and he's a really good guy.
Wow.
He's just a good guy.
It reads through the screen how genuine he is, though. It reads through the screen just how genuine he is.
Yeah. So I wish them the best.
Yeah.
They have beautiful kids, and I think sometimes people grow apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But he got it out for Monique. Whatever she puts her mind to, he's always had her back. And I just hope that they can come to a common ground where they can move forward, because I would hate to see them separate.
Can I say one last thing?
Yes, ma'am.
What I don't want is I don't want Monique to fall into the trap of this organization setting her up to not look her best a second time and this damage her. That's what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they deliberately trying to set her up to go through another trauma on a show. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Am I the only one who's seeing it?
No, I mean, I see what you're saying, because they want to do that angle so easy to paint.
Yes.
I just think she has a trump card that it's not gonna go down like that. I don't think
That's all I want. Yeah, that's all I wanted to see her win. I want to see all of them win. I don't care about Winter still, but I want to see the rest of the three win.
I want to see them all win, including Winter. I look forward to having her on here, interviewing her, and asking her questions. I think she'll be very transparent. I look forward to the conversation. Guys, look out for this week. I'm doing P Valley with other content creator. As you guys know, Bondi Blue will be recording tomorrow, and that should drop tomorrow evening or afternoon. I don't know, but look out for that tomorrow, and then the interview with Winter on Tuesday.
Sorry, my bad.
Interview with Winter on Tuesday. So, with that being said, I have special guest Carmen from Ready to Love, one of the queens, the only few queens I love, which includes Joy.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Carmen, how long you going to be?
What happened?
Carmen, how long you going to be there? Because I'm about to pull up there in about 30 minutes.
At the park? I'm at. How you know where I'm at, girl? Where are you at?
Because I know that plan from anywhere.
I am at the park. You might see me in a picture with my ex, Mark. That's the street stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I was hoping that you didn't say where you was at, but yeah, I'm about to pull up there. I got a 2:30.
Because the big back bitches was inside singing all the damn songs. I was like,
shut up, girl.
I love y'all, but I gotta go to bed.
Backstage. Goody. We gonna talk backstage.